I'm a resident in the community.
Okay.
And I have a lot to say about this most recent homicide.
Please share. What's your name?
My name is Valerie Long.
Valerie, pleasure.
I have lived in the Northview Heights housing community for the past 10 years. I was in complete opposition to these booths going up when in fact there are not resources or a deterrent for the children or the youth in this community to do anything but shoot and kill each other. We have let our children down once again. The Housing Authority and the executive branch know that I have repeatedly asked that programs and funding be brought into this community to deter the violence, to stop the violence, and yet and still they put booths up that do nothing but enhance and keep the violence from within. These booths have not deterred one homicide since I have lived here. They are a farce. And yet and still, it's $2.5 million sitting here. That money could have been utilized for the youth in this community so that we don't have to continue to listen to this senseless violence that wreaks this community weekly and daily. Like I said, me and my children live in fear. Now there's a conflict on how they even got in the house. I understand the door was kicked in. I've at meetings repeatedly asked housing to refortify these doors because my door has been kicked in several times in the past, and housing is aware of it. I'm asking housing, the executive branch, Mr. Meacham and his staff, to come to this community, walk throughout it like I've asked them repeatedly do. Put some police officers on feet, on bikes with dogs. Do whatever you have to do to save another life in this community, because unless you stop and put some more resources back up in there, the violence will continue and the deaths will as well. And as I said, I am a resident and I walk and live in fear that I might be robbed. My home might be broken into. I might be shot up. Okay, so no one is safe here. Don't for 1 second sit in your homes and think that you are safe in this community. By no means you are not. And none of these dignitaries who do not live in this community are going to make a difference unless they put some funding up here. That is going to make a difference without a doubt. Look at the recs that are open throughout the city. Look at the programs that these kids have, not in this community, mind you, but throughout the city and the higher echelons of the society of Pittsburgh, but not in Northview. So our babies continue to die. How many more have to die? I ask this city, as we prepare for this march coming up on Saturday, they need to start from within the community where the blood has been shed, where the babies are dying, where we are dying. That's where a march needs to begin. But after the march, what is next? What is going to be next for the communities who are oppressed? Look at this community. Come up in it. All that construction going on is not for us. None of the jobs are ours. None of the jobs are ours. After this construction is gone, it will still be the same thing. Back to the same old thing. Violence, drugs, mayhem, and crime. It has got to stop. It has got to stop. The PAB bus brings Uzis every day in this community. But yet still, as a resident, if I go to that booth, I am asked to see a license. I've lived here for 10 years. I'm not a criminal. But yet still, if you can't deter someone from walking or on a PAB bus, how dare you harass a resident, a law-abiding resident as myself. So once again, Mr. Meacham, I'm looking at you, the director of this housing authority. You are the man, and you know who I am because we have spoken. It's time for a change to be made in this community. In this community of Northview Heights, we have over 1,000 babies, 0 to 5, and ain't no daycare. How are mothers supposed to go to work, take a baby on a bus, get a jitney to try to do something productive, and we ain't even got a daycare up here for the mothers? That in itself has designed for failure. It's designed for failure. Why don't we have a daycare? Why isn't Northview Heights Elementary one of the better schools since it's in our neighborhood? Huh? Why don't we have some better job opportunities since the community's being remodeled? Our people ain't making no money. Where's the money going? Okay? It ain't going up here, and that's why the violence continues. That's why the guns are up here. That's why the crack is up here. And that's why babies are now dying. Okay? All right. And that's the fact of the matter. Yeah, we'll see a lot of police now. Oh yeah, we're gonna see a lot of police protection now because a baby is dead and they don't want to look bad. They want the whole city to believe. And where's the other mayor? Where is mayor? Where is the mayor of Pittsburgh at right now? He was at the G20 talking about, oh, we're gonna have protection. We're gonna do this and sing. My babies are dying, Mayor Ravenstall. Where you at? I don't see you. And I ain't gonna see you unless it's election time. Huh? Because you wanna vote. You wanna vote for the black community? Well, get one from the blood of all the people that are laying on the ground up here. Because there's a lot. There's a lot, Mayor Ravenstall. So you and your cohorts, along with Mr. Meacham and his cohorts, just need to address the death and the violence that is gripping this community, because we're all in fear.
Jim Penn? You all right?
Yes.
The biggest piece of my platform is building business districts back in the neighborhoods.
Okay, but once again, you have to engage the people that are
In them neighborhoods.
In them neighborhoods, and we have not been engaged. And whenever I've tried to engage the housing authority in a collective, positive way, they've always turned me down because it's about money. Mm-hmm. It's about money, greed, and how someone can hold on to it as opposed to release it. Once again, to help deter the violence, open up more programs. It's not hard. Just look around the city. There's 100 models you can use that are working, that are keeping children off the street, that are keeping the violence down in the communities. And it starts, you're right, from within that community, because they know best what they need. Mm-hmm. And I've said a million things already. But once again, unless there's some money put behind what I'm talking about, it's just that, words.
Well, where's the money coming from? Where's the money going, right? Think about it. The money goes to where you can write big campaign checks. That's
Once again, you said you'll be here tomorrow for a vigil.